welcome to class. Welcome to practice. My name is Ren. I'll be here to guide you through practice for today. So, welcome. If this is your first time to do a class with me, welcome to class. I have my yoga mat here with me. If you think that you need props, feel free to do that. You can get yoga blocks, maybe straps, blankets, pillows, or bolsters. You can do that. Just put them on the side so it's easier for you to use and grab them later on. So today we're going to do some awesome stretches for a restful sleep. So this is perfect for anyone who's looking for a nice way to somehow cool down for the rest of for the day. If, for example, if you had a long day, a busy day, and you feel somehow restless at some point whenever you practice or whenever you're about to sleep, that you somehow feel like you need to shake off any tension, or you're just noticing some sensations in the body that you feel that you need to somehow relax more. So this is one way to go ahead and take your space, probably do a breath work and a meditation. This will only take like a few moments of your time. So this is one thing that you can do whenever you feel like it. By the end of the day, or if you feel like you're the kind of person who likes to do a movement before doing anything else in the morning, this is also good for you. This is somehow a good way for me to catch my breath, reflect on the things that has happened throughout the day, empty my cup, as I usually say, so that when I go and wake up in the morning, I feel a little bit more open, I feel a little bit more light, and I feel that I can go and move on throughout the day. And what I said earlier about emptying the cup, so this is something that I do whenever I go to sleep. So before I go to sleep, of course, you do your ritual, you do a lot of things that can somehow allow you to cool down through the night. So of course, you take a bath, or you get into a lighter clothing, fix your bed, do your skincare, everything like that. And then when I sit down, what I usually do is not just meditate, because that's number one. Number two, I do a check in with my breath. So see how I'm breathing, how I'm taking my inhales and exhales, see the sensations in my body, see any tension that there is. Somehow it's mostly in my neck, on my shoulders, and my lower back. So this is something that I usually check in, because I want to know what are the things that I need to release before I go to sleep. And then after that, I go and do my stretches. This is one thing that we're going to do today, to teach you how to do the stretches. And then I get into a check-in with my inner landscape, or my mental landscape, because the physical one is already done. So I usually say I will empty my cup, because tomorrow I want to face the world with an empty one, because I want to make sure that I'm replenishing, or I'm going to fill my cup with new adventures, new things. I want to learn a lot more, say yes to all the opportunities that I want to, because my cup is empty and I have more spaces to fill. So with that night in the meditation or in the breath work, my usual mantra is I let go, I release, but before that, I am grateful. So we say, I am grateful for all the things that has happened throughout the day. I'm grateful for the moment when I woke up. I am grateful for the things that I set for the day, that I said I was gonna do. I am grateful for every single person that I met. I am grateful for all the opportunity that gave way for me to take care of myself. So sometimes it's hard, because most often than not, our day usually goes with us thinking about other people, thinking about some other things, that we tend to take care of ourselves. So I usually list down all the things that I did for the day that made me realize, or that I can say that I chose myself. I took care of myself, and that move, or that moment, or that experience was for me. So let's say, for example, I made coffee. I woke up a little bit late earlier this morning, maybe like 10 minutes. I slept a little bit more. I said yes to something that I know was for me. I treated myself to lunch by getting that a little bit more expensive salad, things like that. Something small, something mundane really. I brushed my teeth a little bit late or a little bit longer today. So those are the things that I believe are my decisions, or my way of saying I'm taking care of you today. So gratitude for every single thing that has happened throughout the day. That's one thing. But at the moment when you're meditating, I want you also to visualize a cup that you have filled throughout the day. All the things, the learnings, the opportunities, the experience that you have had throughout the day. You go and say, I am grateful. I see you each and everything that has happened within the day. But right now, for tomorrow, as I face it, I'm gonna need my cup empty again because I wanna learn more. I wanna say yes to all the opportunities. I wanna be able to fill my cup. So I'm letting you go one by one. I'm grateful for you. I see you. I'm letting you go. And as I release you, I'm ready to receive again. So when you do your meditation or your breath work after the day, those are the things that you want to check. If you have your journal right now, if you have your notepad, feel free to write this down. Maybe ask yourself some questions. What are the things that I am grateful for? Maybe like one or two or three or more things that I am grateful for throughout the day. Number two, what am I ready to release? What are the things that has happened throughout the day that I'm ready to release? And last one is, what am I ready to receive? What am I ready to receive for tomorrow, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year? It's one thing that you want to receive, it's another to be ready to receive. So that is those are two things that are most important. What are the things that I'm ready to receive? All the things that I desire, all the things that I've been working hard for, all the things that I need, all the things that I know will help me in my journey. What am I ready to receive? Because for the day, if you're doing this at night, the things that we're gonna do as we release all of all of our tension in the body through physical postures, we are also reciting this mantra: I am ready to release. I am ready to let go. I'm ready to receive. So that when you go and take a sleep later on, you'll feel a little bit more light. You'll feel a little bit more open because you deserve that. You deserve to be light. You deserve to feel more open when you sleep because by tomorrow you'll feel a little bit more empty so that um, you'll be able to take on everything that you can. Let's go inside your practice. So physical posture, stretches for a good sleep. So these are the things that you can do whenever you need to sleep. This is somewhat like yin yoga practice. If you have tried yin yoga practice before, you usually go and take a pose or a posture for around 4 minutes and more. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, sometimes you can fall asleep to it. But we want to make sure that everything that we're going to do is not just passive. When you say stretching, those are two: passive and active. Passive is something that you usually see on social media with all the flexible women or people that are there, that they show off all the postures that they can. At this time, we want to make sure that we're focusing on the purpose of the pose rather than what it looks like. Yeah, so all the cues that I'm gonna do today, make sure that you are in line. You can use your headphones for today so you can hear me better. So this time we're gonna do it. So first off, we're gonna do some breath work. So find yourself your most comfortable seat. I'm gonna be here so you can see me better. So find your sukhasana or your easy sitting pose. If you feel like you won't be able to sit on a mat, on a floor, you can do this while sitting on a chair. So grab your chair here. My sukhasana looks like this. This is the easiest one. If this is your first time to do a sukhasana, what usually happens is you tug your knees a little bit as narrow as the hips, flex the feet so you can support your knees like that, and then tug the knees here a little bit near. It's as if your knees are dropping off of the ankles or the feet. Yeah, so that feels good. You can open the thighs and the glutes out wide so you can feel a little bit more connected to the mat and not sitting on the flesh of the bum. Yeah, and then with your hands, wherever you feel like it, I like to put it somehow here at the center. Grounding down, you can take your palms onto the knees, maybe palms up. If you feel like you're ready to receive all the abundance in the world has to give, because that's our mantra for today. Or take one hand to the heart, another to the belly if you want to be more aware of the breath. So, this is one thing that I suggest to my students whenever I feel like they need some space to do something that will make them feel more grounded with regards to the breath. All right. So sometimes when they feel like floating or their day has been really busy that they can take their minds off of it, I like them to touch their heart and their belly so that they can be more aware of the breath and finding the beating of the heart in the palm of their hands. So if you feel like you're anxious and you feel like it's just too much during the day, it doesn't have to be at night. Feel free to do this. This is the best pose. This is what I love. So relax the elbows onto the sides or find your Anjali Mudra. So we're going to do everything that we can as effortless for the breath work. So if you feel safe right now, feel free to close the eyes. You don't need to look at the screen if your eyes are open. You can look at some point somewhere in front of you, maybe something with a color, something that's not moving, so that you can be more aware on how the sensations in your body are is at play when you're doing your breath work. Maybe soften the eyelids, maybe a little bit down at the gaze. Or again, if you feel safe right now, feel free to close the eyes and let me guide you through your practice. In this practice today, I want you to be more aware of how you take your normal breaths. So inhales and exhales, notice where they are. Is it through the nose and out through the nose? Or in through the nose and out through the mouth? And allow the breath to guide you to a journey into all of your physical landscape. Notice any tension that is there, and maybe you can ride the breath as you release them one by one. So we'll start with the crown of your head. Visualize maybe like a small sun into the space here, the crown of your head. Notice that whenever you inhale, the light or the small sun tends to expand little by little, maybe like a millimeter wide. So notice if you can expand more on the inhales. And when you exhale, notice or visualize if the small sun can glow a little bit more. Maybe it has a color. Feel free to visualize how that looks for you. And as you inhale, the journey of the small sun travels to all of your body parts. So it goes down towards the space between your eyebrows, towards your cheeks. Allow them to relax. Notice the jaw. Soften the teeth. Maybe make some space between the roof of your mouth and your tongue. And allow all of your head to relax as you release the tension in all of your neck. The space here in front, underneath the chin, and the spaces at the back of the neck up to the occiput. Allow the small sun, its light to travel towards your shoulders. Begin to relax them. If you're carrying something right now, I invite you to put them on the side. In this practice today, you don't need to imagine that the things that we're carrying, they don't exist, but rather at this moment, we're just gonna put them on the side so that we can take care of ourselves. Relax all of your arms up to the spaces between each finger. And begin to notice the belly. Notice how it rises and falls. Releasing every single part of your back, your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. And again, riding the breath as you feel very, very heavy on the hips. Relax all of your hips, relax all of your legs. Notice the tension in your legs, on your knees, on your calves, on your ankles, up to the spaces between each toe. In this practice today, I invite you to release anything that we won't be needing towards your journey, not just here on the mat, but beyond your practice in life after today. So anything that feels hard, anything that feels heavy, anything that feels challenging, I say, I see you one by one. But right now, I don't need you. So I'm putting you down. Soften the face, relax the shoulders. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose or through the mouth. One big breath here. Exhale, let it go. Now imagine that small sun somehow went super, super big throughout the body. Imagine yourself glowing because all the darkest parts of the body is now well lit. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Let it go. And then once you feel that you're ready, once you feel a little bit more calm, if your eyes were closed, feel free to open them and simply come back to the present moment. Very nice. So welcome back. That is your meditation slash breath work. Feel free to stay there or be there for as long as you want once you find yourself coming back into this video. So let's go and start with your practice. So I like to start my practice or my stretches with a seated pose just to release any tension. So if you're here in your Sukhasana, just like what we did earlier, just stay here. Go and find yourself with the other foot in front rather than the one that we did for breath work, because somehow this feels like a little bit more like a space that we don't usually go to, because we're somehow, it's easy to do this one that we did earlier, right? So go to the other one, see how that feels. And then so let's find some side stretches. On your next breath, hands will reach up high. And then slowly ground one hand down, the opposite one gently dips down towards that side. So it's like a side stretch. Doesn't have to be super deep. It can go here. If you want to go for more, bend onto the elbow towards the mat. You can bend that elbow, the one that's hanging, if you feel like you need that. But I want you to really feel that line opening here on the side body. Expand more on the lungs, on the ribs. If you feel like your bum is coming up like that, press it down so you can feel a little bit more depth into the space. If you feel that your heart is caving, peel that shoulder up. You can even gaze up. One big inhale here. Exhale, release. Come back center. Let's try the opposite side. Hand down, other hand up, and then dip down. Yeah? Easy stretch. Doesn't have to be super deep. If you want, and since this is a restful practice before sleeping, you can go and close the eyes. Yeah? So inhale through the nose and through the mouth. Or inhales through the nose and out through the nose too. Let's release, come back center. Side twist here. Heart is looking at one knee, so this time it's my right. Hand to the right, other hand to the back. Inhale to lengthen first, crown of your head really reaching for the skies, but the shoulders are relaxed. And then on your exhale, you're gonna open your heart towards that side. This time it's my right. If you want a little bit more, you can gaze back. Find the shoulder, or again, close the eyes. So you want to feel the scooping sensation in the belly so you can feel a little bit more straight in the spine. We're going to make some space. And then whenever you exhale, you're going to use that space to go deeper into the twist. Now you can opt to look at the back hand. This time it's my right hand. You can crawl that hand towards the opposite edge of the mat. See if you can go further into the twist. But again, it doesn't have to be super deep. You want to make sure that we're lengthening and taking a twist. If you feel like your back is cracking like mine, perfectly fine. As long as there's no pinching pain. If there's any pain at all, anything that's poking, feel free to take a step back, all right, and do maybe a counter stretch. So not much weight on that back hand. So you can really feel this twist on the middle back. So let's go for one more inhale here. And then on your exhale, let's slowly release. Let's try the opposite side. Counter stretch. Hands will reach up high. And then exhale towards the left side this time. So if you did your left first, try the right. So right hand to the left hand to the back. Lengthen as you inhale, and then on your exhale, open to a twist. So counter stretch. Peel your shoulders down and back as you lift the crown of your head up, gazing at the back or gazing at your left hand. See if you can crawl that left hand or that back hand towards the opposite edge of the mat so you can really feel the deep counter stretch, deep twist that you need. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the nose or through the mouth. Finding that scooping sensation in the belly so you can make some spaces more in the mid-back. And as you exhale, go deeper into the twist if you want. Again, you will be the one to choose the kind of intensity for every move, for every posture that you'll be making. No one else. So see how you can be kind to yourself. See if you want to go for the challenge and do more, but it's really up to you. As I usually say, since in your practice, no one is looking at you because you're the only one in the journey, how can you be kind to yourself? And the question mainly is, who are you when no one's looking? One big inhale here. And an exhale, let's let it go. Come back center, hand reach up high. Very nice. Exhale, bend the elbows to the sides like a cactus, like a quick back bend here. And then slowly take your hands onto the knees. Very nice. Let's go do your cat and cow. Seated cat and cow here. So assuming that you're doing this on the bed, it's perfectly fine if you're not on the mat. So grounding here onto your Sukhasana once more, hands onto the knees. We're gonna use our shoulders when we do your cat and cow in this pose. So on your next inhale, roll the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, and roll the shoulders down. So see how that opens the heart. You don't have to go deep, but if you're there, touch the booty at the back, ribs will come out. Maybe you can gaze a little bit above or drop the head really. And then on your exhale, we're gonna do your cat. So roll the shoulders up, roll the shoulders front, and roll the shoulders down. As you take your chin to your chest, curve the back, maybe tucking the tailbone as if your tailbone is pointing towards the front. Chin will ground down to the chest. You can gaze at your belly button here. Imagine or visualize how the shoulder blades are widening to the side. It's like your heart wants to exit that space between the shoulder blades. Let's do that one more round. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Open your heart to your cow. Lift the gaze. And then exhale, round the back. Take your shoulders up, front, and down, chin to chest. One more, just like that. Inhale to your cow. Open up. And exhale, let it go. Whew. One more round. Breathing in. You can close your eyes here. You can open the mouth. Feel the stretch in the front of the neck. And then exhale as you round the back. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Very nice. Come back, center, on your next breath. So you can do that as many times as you can if you feel like you need it. Let's go into the next. So we're going to release any tension in our legs this time. Let's go find your Paschimottanasana or your seated forward fold. So extend both of your feet towards the front of your mat or in front of you. You have an option to point, to flex, or to point the feet, whichever feels good. All right, so open the thighs and the glutes out wide if you need that. So you can, again, sit more on the sit bones rather than the flesh and the bum. So if it's really wide there, put them on the side so it's easier. Knees are pointing to the skies rather than turning to the sides. Yeah, you can opt to find a blanket or a pillow underneath the bum or underneath the knees. You can also put it in front of the legs if you feel like you need that, because as we fold down, you're gonna feel that. So if you need support, you can find blocks here or pillows, just like what you did. Grab your blocks, put them here in front. So again, point, flex, or float. Up to you. So there's a lot of activation in the legs, whatever your option is. So notice that when you're pointing, notice how your quads are so strong, your calves are there too. And then whenever you flex, it's a different kind of a stretch. Yeah? You can even lift your heels up. See how that feels? Or you can opt to float. This is a thing. When you float, it's somehow pointing and flexing at the same time. All right, so with your upper body or your middle body straight here on the spine, we're gonna take some space there before we fold down. So as you take your inhale, lengthen, hands will reach up high. Feel the sides of your body open, ribs are in, and then as you exhale, you're gonna keep that length as you fold down. Yeah. So in this practice, whenever if you're here in my class every single week, I always say heart towards the toes. So that is how you keep the spine straight. So I want you to go super into that. So take the heart towards the toes or towards the front of the mat, and then when you find your peak, doesn't have to be deep, that's when you curve the back. Maybe take your chin to your chest. Notice how your hip flexors are working here for you so you can go deeper into the stretch. Hips are really pointing towards the back of your mat as your heart protrudes or tugs forward. Yeah? Hands wherever you feel like it. Into the shins, into the floor, towards the feet. If you can, touch your toes, you can do that too. But again, no one's looking, so whatever feels good. I like to take my hands onto the outer parts of my feet, so the outer edges, and then push it towards me so that I can activate or somehow notice how my legs are here. That's a little bit of activation. You can do this too. And then go deeper into the twist. So whenever I inhale, I lengthen my spine so hard towards the top of the mat. And then whenever I exhale, I curve a little bit more. So notice how your hip flexors are working here for you. Again, it can be this active or super passive. If this is too much, again, soften the knees. This can look like this. This is still Paschimottanasana or your seated forward fold. Yeah? So really up to you. We're just going to stay here for 5 cycles of the breath. See if you can close the eyes. And again, releasing anything that we won't be needing for tomorrow. So look at all the things that has happened today, reflect on it, how it made you feel. What are the things that you have learned from each and everything that you are grateful for the day? And then again, as you feel heavy here in the head and the shoulders, I want you to just notice how heavy that feels in the head and the heart, because it's still there. And at this point of your practice, you just want to let it go and release it. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, last one. And then let's release. Come back, center. And then let it go. Whew, very nice. I bet that feels. Take your hands at the back. And then bend the knees one by one. We're just going to do some windshield wipers. You can take your feet as wide as your hips or even wider, maybe as wide as your mat. And slowly just swing side to side. So this is one stretch that I really like doing because it somehow neutralizes my spine. Sometimes my back is cracking on this shape, so you can try this one too. Releasing anything. And a quick counter stretch for the forward fold is extending both of your feet, point the toes, plug them in together, tuck the tailbone and lift the hips a little and then plug it down. If you want a little bit more, press into the hands. The fingertips are pointing to the front of the mat. Toes are pointing as well. Bend onto the elbows. As you take your inhale, tuck the tailbone, clench the glutes. As you exhale, lift them up. Just one. And then release. Whew. Very nice. So that feels really, really good. Release your hands and then come back. So next pose, we're going to do everything lying down. So if you think that you need a pillow or a block for the head, feel free to do that. I don't have any props with me today because I want you to see all of it before doing any props. But again, if you don't have a prop, that's good because I'm doing it as well. So go ahead and lie down. Lower back, middle back, upper back, head all the way down to the ground. I'm just going to go here just so you can see me better. There you go. So let's go and lie down. So first one, Pawan Muktasana, bending the knees towards your heart, like this. Yeah? You can take your hands on your inner thighs or to the shins. If your lower back is coming up from the mat, plug it down. Take your hands wherever it feels good and then slowly swing side to side. This one allows some quick massage on the low back. So again, if your lower back is up, plug it in. Your knees doesn't have to go squeezing to the heart that much. Yeah. So again, releasing any tension on the hips like this. And then once you feel you're good, we're going to go and find some side stretches here. So let's try with the left first. So left knee still is into the heart. Bend that good. You can flex the foot. And then other leg will go to the top of your mat. We've done this a lot of times, but this will feel extra special, especially if you're releasing any tension. So just like the seated twist that we did earlier, this time it's going to be reclined. So this will feel super deep. So I'm going to extend my left hand, since my left knee is bent, left hand to the side to a T or to a cactus, up to you. And then I'm going to go with the guidance of my right hand. I'm going to guide my left knee towards the other side, like that. Yeah? So I usually like to lift my hips, take the hip to the center, and then drop the knee to the opposite side like that. So right off the bat, it breaks or it somehow pops my spine. So this will feel really good for you too. So the cue here is to allow all of your shoulders to really be glued to the mat. So if the left shoulder is coming up, put it down. The knee doesn't have to connect to the mat. It can stay lifted there. You can find a block or a pillow, place him here at the bottom of your leg, the bent leg, if you need support. Yeah? So flex the feet good. Knee in parallel with the hip. If you want to go higher, feel free to do that. That's a different kind of a stretch. That feels good too. So I like to go here because this is the next cue. That's the one that's more important. So imagine or visualize the hip. This time it's my left. Pressing towards the right heel towards the front of the mat. Yeah? So you can really feel that stretch on the side body as you twist. So inhale, hip to the heel, and then exhale, go deeper. Yes. Let's stay here for 5. Heart still facing sky. Taking 4, 3, 2. Last one here. And then let's release. Come back center. Releasing in. Take your hips back. Come back. Bend the other knee. Take the other leg extended. And let's do everything on the opposite side. Flex it good. Other hand to a T or to a cactus again. Dropping the knee to the opposite side. So I like to shimmy the hip to the center so that the hip is in front. So that one side of the hip is at the center, and then with the guidance of that opposite hand, we're gonna ground the knee to the opposite side. So the counter stretch always feels different. So see if you can be more open to that. Heart facing sky, again, keeping with the breath, equal amounts of inhales and your exhales. And then the last cue, we'll try that. Hip towards the heel. So this time it's my right hip that is up. I'm gonna push it towards my left heel this time. So that whenever I inhale, I lengthen all of my spine. And whenever I exhale, I go deeper into the twist. So again, imagining everything that has happened within the day, I am grateful for you. But right now, I'm emptying my cup because I deserve all the space that I need for the newest things, for all the good blessings to come, all the abundance this life has to offer that I'm ready, so ready to receive. I need to empty my cup so I feel light because I'm worthy of feeling light so that I can face my challenges for the next day, so that I can be 100% in everything that I do for tomorrow. Take 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then release. Simply come back to the center, bend the knees to the heart, lift the hips and come back. And then bend both of your knees. Take your hands on your shins this time. Take your knees to the heart here. Even if your lower back is coming up, maybe you can shrug in, lift the head towards the knees. Maybe shoulders will come up. And then slowly release. Well, take the head down, drop it in. And then slowly, we're going to take your knees a little bit wide, maybe as wide as your armpits. And then we're going to plug the feet like this. So we're going to do your happy baby pose, right? So hands onto the outer feet, outer heels, outer edges. You can take it inner if you want. I like it out. And then take your knees towards the armpit or even beyond that, making sure again that the lower back is down to the ground. If it's lifting, we're not doing it any good. So making sure your lower back is down. See how your inner thighs are so engaged here. Option to swing side to side. Again, massage the lower back. Notice how the love handles are being open or being squished too. We're gonna stay for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Come back center, release the feet. plant them down. Very nice. So plugging in both of your feet, take them a little bit wider than the hips, and then swing side to side, just like we did earlier, pow and windshield wipers. So releasing any tension on the hips. Nice. So we're all good with all of our legs. We're gonna work more on our arms now. So just lean into one side, almost there. If you feel a little bit more relaxed now, go ahead and take your seat once more. We're almost there. So go ahead and find yourself in your Sukhasana. And then we're gonna take your arms. So eagle arms first. Go Mukhasana. So I bet if you're working during the day or just in an office desk, or if you're doing a lot while standing up, this will feel good because you feel that your shoulders or your arms are so sore. I like to do my eagle arms whenever I feel like it. So arms forward. We're gonna try left arm first on top, right arm at the bottom like that. So we're gonna go and cross them in. It looks like this. So first progression is bending the bottom arm so that it's somehow wrapping the left arm. So this looks really familiar, right? Just like you do in your workouts. And then tug it in towards the opposite side. So you feel that your shoulder blades are opening. All of your shoulders are down whenever you do this. You're feeling the stretch here. So that's one. The second one, since this is yoga, I'm gonna bend both elbows, backs of the hands together. That's an option for a bind. If you think that you need more, you're gonna do a bind with both of your palms in. Yeah, fingertips are pointing to sky, elbows are reaching forward, ribs are in. If you feel like you're doing a back bend, tuck it down straight on the spine, lift the crown of your head up. So imagine your elbows are reaching forward, your fingertips are pointing to the sky, you're feeling everything at the back. Gently close the eyes, stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Release the bind if you did that with me. Come back center, shake it good. Very nice. Let's try everything on the opposite side this time. Right arm on top, left arm at the bottom. Again, you can wrap the arm at the bottom and then go here, just like what you do in your workout. Or if you want to go for more, bend both elbows, backs of your hands, or palms together. Elbows reaching forward, fingertips to your sky. Relax the shoulders here, but keep your shoulder blades open here. 4, 3, 2. Last one here. And then slowly release. Release your hands. Release your arms. Shake, shake, shake. That feels good. So last one. Since we opened the back, we're going to open the front. So take your hands to a bind here, like this. Doesn't have to go super deep. If you feel like you need straps or long towels, go ahead and grab on each hand. So either just the fingertips or all of your palms glued into each other. So you don't want any space in between the palms. So plug it in. Option to keep a bend on the elbows or extend them long. On your next inhale, roll the shoulders to the ears. And on your exhale, take it back and take it down. Take your knuckles maybe away from the hips, super, super away as if it's pressing towards the back of the mat. Down and back. Heart is open here. You can feel it. You can even, if the body invites, only if the body invites, you can gaze up if you want. So if you feel there's something on the throat and you can't talk that much or you can't really breathe, take your chin first to the center and then drop it back. So even if I'm looking up, I can still talk really good, right? Because if I don't do that, see, this is me. This is really hard, like that. Yeah, so there's one quick trick. Take your chin to your throat and then take it back. So see the difference? Yeah, last 2. And 1. Release. Come back center. Bend the elbows. Release your hands. Shake, shake, shake. There you go. So one last trick. Let's go do your breath work. So last one, meditation. The best part of your restful stretch is the stretch in the mind. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seat, just like what we did, or gently close the eyes and do your savasana. So let's go and start here. Close the eyes and gently just follow my voice. Gratitude for every single thing that has happened with me throughout the day allows me to energize into what's coming ahead. But right now, again, as I empty my cup and I am riding with my breath now as I try to cool down, I release every single part of my life, every single part of myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, anything that will not serve me good anymore as I move towards my journey. So anything that feels heavy, hard, challenging, that I won't be needing, because challenge is good, but not the kind of challenge that will not put us or pull us forward. I release old beliefs, any cords to people, to things that I believe is just putting me down and not lifting me up. I release them one by one. Take one hand to the heart, another to the belly. Close your eyes here if it hasn't been closed. I honor myself today as I empty myself for tomorrow. I honor myself tomorrow as I'm honoring myself now. Namaste. Open the eyes. And we're done. There you have it for today's practice. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down below in the comment section. We'll try to answer them as much as we can and as fast as we can. And again, if you need to go back to this practice, feel free to tag this video and just go here, do it longer, pause into the poses and do it longer if you want and breathe more into it. Thank you so much, everyone.